Hello everyone, TMan978. Welcome to another TMan978's how-to. In this case, it's going to be how to transform Magic Square MSO2 Light of Peace from robot mode to truck mode and back. The transformation is decently simple. So, oh yeah, I have a full review for this guy, a full chill review for this guy, uploading both videos at the same time. So if you miss one and you want to see my opinions and everything on this guy, check out the review, which will be a actual clickable link at the end of this video during my end theme song. And I'll put a link in the description so you'll have no excuse for not being able to find it. All right, we're starting high. So let's do that. I'm going to bend the bend the shoulders out like that right here. Now I'm going to take the bicep and turn it this way, 90 degrees. Turn it that way. Then take the forearm, and turn it that way, and turn it this way to where you can see this little notch at the top. Now, there's a little hole right there. You can put your fingernail in and open that up. When you open that up, we can actually unhinge right here on this hinge. Be careful with this hinge because that feels kind of scary. Underneath of there, we can pull this piece out. Then we can roll the hand in and we can bend on this elbow right here and go ahead and rotate this hinge back, plug that into that area, and just keep everything lined up like this. Make sure that the actual bicep is in this orientation, because when you go all the way to truck mode, it needs to be straight, or else these panels will be aggravating you. Same deal on this side. Put your fingernail up under there. Grab that, unhinge things to get that open. Put the hand, while the hand is in this orientation, I didn't mention that. The hand needs to be shut like that with the thumb in and the fingers in, not bulging out at the top or anything. But rotate the hand inside, bend on this elbow, and then rotate things. Oh wait, I didn't do another step. This panel right here needs to come out. Then we can bend this back and keep it like this. All right, now back here. This backpack is on a slider. So we're gonna slide it back off of here. Do that on both sides. And just basically pull all of this out. This might come loose. I'm gonna let that come loose and bring this up for now, but I'm gonna let that dangle. Raise up the body. Now we can open the chest up. Then I'm going to slide this stuff out. Rotate it forward a little bit. Rotate the bumper and bring it around like this. But it slid out on this post and it's on a hinge. Anywho, we can lower these, slide down right here. I'm sliding that down, and now I'm gonna bring this out like that. This slides down on a slider, sliding that down, bringing that out, rotating it around. Now right here, inside of these things that were on his back, I'm going to open this up, which reveals the door, and open this up like that. Same deal over here. I'm going to open this up and open that up. Up here, we can rotate his chest around like this, or the windshields. Now we can shut this down into there. Close these. Back here, I'm going to rotate his head around, push it down like this, And the antenna, I'm going to, let me zoom in. I'm going to bring the antenna down into this orientation. Bring the antenna down, kind of like that, just to get them out of the way. Bring the camera back out. Up here, I'm gonna bring the shoulders back some while I lift just this up, not the wheels at the same time because they will move. Bring these up like this. Bring this up. I'm actually rotating it forward at the same time so I can get it up under there. Once it's in this orientation, basically what we need to is push the grill back, and the grill slides the bumper over top of 2 notches that are on the inside of this bumper. So now we have it like that. Now this part, we need to get this over, and look at that, over the head, and bring this like in between the windows. Now you actually need to get this over his shoulder joints, so you might have to move them back a little bit just to get them out the way. And at this point, I'm honestly going to bend this and get this up in here. The inside of this peg, let me show you. There's a little peg hole right there and a little sliding mechanism that when I do this, I'm grooving the hand inside of here and putting this inside of that slot. So now we have that out the way. And now we should be able to get this up under there. We can shut the doors. And up here, we can shut these in that orientation. Rotate it. Bring it down on this double hinge. And now these 2 cutouts, we need to put these into the cutout on both sides. Now we need to shut that up. But if the arms are in the right orientation, and I wouldn't keep going further, like if you have it jutting out like this, that's because this bicep got twisted. So I'm gonna pull this back out and twist at that to get it back into the correct orientation. And now I can bring this back down again. Back here, his butt. The butt needs to rotate down like this. And this right here needs to slot into these 2 ports right there. So rotate things, might have to bend that until we can get this into here straight until that's down like that. Before we move to the legs, we can go to the smokestacks and move that over. It's just friction, and we can pull these up, pull that up right there. Now down here, we're gonna need to move these into this orientation. There's no stopper, which I don't like, but get it into that orientation right there. You do that to get access to be able to move out these connectors on that side and these on this side. Lift that up, shut this, clip this peg into that peg hole, and at this point it's going to be dangling up or down. But basically we need to rock this forward off of the wheels, kind of like just basically get it out the way right here so we can get access to this. Now we need to fold this out, and this is tight, so I like to bend at the base on that, get that out the way. Then there is a slider right here, so we need to slide that out. With the post out, we need to just swing this around and kind of swing it. You can swing it past his leg get it into that orientation. Bring this up like this. Just make it flat and bring this up like that for now. The foot can come out of here and rotate inside of there. I'm going to push this up and bend the toe down and have it like this in this orientation. Now, this leg, and I don't know how I'm going to show this off. There is a peg right there and another peg right here that goes into the side of the legs right here. It actually needs to come out in front of that bottom part. Because you can't just push it down in there. Getting things lined up so we can get this in front of that socket and get that in there is kind of difficult. And I don't really like it. I think this post should have been longer or something. But anywho, now we can get this shut right here. And we can go ahead and push this right here. Let me make sure the autofocus is on. This right here needs to groove over top of this piece and behind the wheel well. So basically just like that. You kind of gotta flex it to be blunt with you. And you know what? I'm gonna lift this back up because the getting this peg right here into this area is difficult. Well, let's do that over here a little bit smoother, I hope. Open this up. Open this up. Lift this up. Bring this in and shut this on top of there. Start doing this so that we can get access to slide this out on the slider. Open this up and open this tight piece. I think it's tight because of the paint. Now we need to, I'm going to rotate the foot around first. Bring that down. Rotate this around. Get the heel up like that. And now I'm going to bring this down like that into that orientation. And I'm also going to start rotating the wheel around so I can get into this orientation. And then once again, we need to get those pegs into the groove right here. So while that's out like that, make sure that this is up so I can go overlap. Peg that in, peg the bottom one in. And then what I'm going to do here is pinch on these pegs while these panels are out of the way. It's easier to do that because I'd rather do that than flex on the feet trying to push it, because that doesn't even work anyway. But anywho, none of these pegs should be in like they're supposed to be. We can overlap this, and I feel like you have no choice but to flex that. Now we can bring this down and peg this into place and peg that into place. And basically, your Optimus or your light of peace is a truck. If you want the side view mirrors out, you can do that. And whichever trailer hitch you have, you can attach. Actually, it's this way. And I am goofy. But yeah, whichever MP10 or MP44 trailer you have, you can pick and choose. So there's that. He is a friggin' truck. Now from truck to robot. Full disclosure mode, I'm filming this first, so I'm probably going to say some stuff at the beginning of the video that I'm going to be repeating right now. Anywho, what I'm going to do first is push these down, because that's easy to forget, and move that over. Get them out the way now. Then we can pull on this to detach it from there. I'm going to do that same thing over here, pull on that. And now I'm going to lift up on these back panels, like lift this up, bring that up. This is hard to peg together to get it to this mode. So now I'm going to like try to unpeg that first. All right, now that we're here, I'm gonna just start with one leg first. And what we're going to do is untab this. It's tabbed into two spots. Let's see if I can actually film in there. There's that peg and this peg right here. We're pulling up on that, and I'm gonna lift it up some. As I'm lifting it up, I'm gonna rotate or pull this down because it was up like that, bringing that down. And I'm gonna rotate this, get this out of the way. This hinge right here is still tight. Folding this, I almost want to grab it with two hands so I don't break that hinge at all. Now I'm going to bring this in. Now I'm going to stretch this down. Well, not stretch it down. Push this in so that we can bring this part of the leg all the way down on top of it. And now I'm going to open this panel up right here. And this panel on a double hinge. I'm going to lift this up and overlap these pegs into the slot right there and squeeze. Same deal on this side, just on the reverse. So just overlap everything into there. There's a little nub right there, a tiny little nub. So we're going to rotate it this way until it hits that little nub. Down here, I'm going to grab the foot, the toe, flip it up, and then rotate things around like that. I had to bend that, as you saw, because it wasn't enough clearance. I should have turned it beforehand. But now this hinge right here, keeping the toe in this position, I'm going to lift up on that hinge to get one complete leg. And it appears that this came loose. Please don't do that again in robot mode, please. I'm going to pull this out of those pegs again. Start bringing this down some. Rotate this. So, rotate this part down. Not all the way, but just out some. I'm gonna bend this again and rotate this up. Well, actually, before that, let me make it clear this first, these panels. They get in the way. And I'm leaving that little camera bump in here. I can just film all this at once. Lift that up. Now we can start squeezing this in so that we can bring the legs down over top of that. Because of that foot situation, I'm going to grab this, pull this down, and rotate the foot now. And just bend up on that hinge right here so that the foot can be level with each other. Now we can open this panel and that panel. Make sure everything is still flat. Bring this up on that double hinge. Gonna peg this stuff in, well, and just squeeze everything like that. On this side, put the pegs into those slots. Once again, we can rotate this. And now we're going to lift this red part up off of. It's like it was plugged into the bottom of what's going to be his butt. I'm going to just lift all this up and we can rotate the butt up in this direction. So now his lower half is complete. Upper body If these mirrors didn't go in by themselves, push the mirror in. These two pigs slot into a slot right there. Getting them in there seems to be easy. Getting them out is a bit scary, to be honest, for me. But I just wiggled one side. Now we have this out, and I am going to turn the autofocus back on. Lift this up. Rotate this up that way. And we can start like lifting up on this. And it's not going to go all the way back until we get this out of the way. So I'm going to open these doors. And now, open the doors, I say. Get the shoulders out the way so that we can get this back stuff out. We can go ahead and open this, open that. The head can actually come up at this point. Rotate, and I pulled his antenna up as I was doing that with one hand. Now I'm going to grab at, or actually I'm going to finish getting the arms out and put them into that position. Pull the arms out and get them into this position, like out of the way. I'm going to grab at the bottom of this bumper and like kind of pull out on this some right there to get it separated from the side parts of the bumper. And now we can go ahead and rotate this out this way, rotate that out that way. These can shut and then shut that up in there. And we can rotate this around. Same deal. Shut this, shut that, rotate that around. We can also rotate this part of the bumper around, open up the windows, and lift this part up to become the top of his chest or whatever. And rotate this around and rotate that around. Rotate this around on this post and shove that into the cavity. Now with these sliders right there, I'm going to go ahead and lift this up, lift that up, and then slide them into place. Just have everything like in this orientation right here. I'm going to go ahead and shut the chest together. They kind of overlap right here. Shut that. Now I'm going to bend this up, start shutting this while bending this inside of there over top of that bar. And these right here on both sides slot into a groove around it to keep that into place. And now with that exposed, we can put these two pegs into here. There we are. This can push back while this push forwards. The arms, we can move this hinge right here. This piece goes up into there like that. The hand can come out. And now we actually shut this and shut that right there. Stretch the arm out. The bicep rotates to the elbows in the front. And then we rotate this to the arrows in the front. We can push the shoulder inside the body, and the arm is where it's supposed to go. Yep, you guessed it. We do that same stuff over here. But since this is a like tutorial type video, I'm not going to skip the step. Open that up. Shut this in here. Bring that in there, or bring it down, and shut this panel. Bring the arm up. Rotate the bicep. Rotate the forearm. Bring the shoulder up into there. And boom. He is now an Optimus Prime style robot. Anywho, if this video helped you in any type of way, make sure you don't leave without clicking the like button. I do a bunch of these videos, and now I'm going to be doing these every time for my third-party figures going forward, basically. Because I only got one crazy person that complained about the last time I did it. I say crazy because people suck. There's a constructive criticism, and then there's just people being irate. And he didn't come at me right, so he crazy. Subscribe to me for future videos like this. Share this video to your friends if you thought I did a really good job. Until next time, TMan978's out of here. Figure action. That one's me. Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should.